Good morning, people. How are you? Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing this morning? Let me see if I can get, I'm in my office this morning and, ooh, I'm in my office this morning, guys, and I am, should I do it over here? Hold on one second. Yeah, I like that better. Yes. So how's everybody doing this? Good morning. Hey there. Hey there. Hey there, quiet one. How are you doing? Yes. How are you doing? Yeah, I had to go to the airport. I dropped my daughter off at the airport yesterday at 4:30 in the morning. And so I was just, and then I took my son to the dentist at 4:30. And so I was just not equipped yesterday to come on or what have you. And so I wanted to come on today and say, hey, and how just do sort of a check-in. I'll probably be back. I'm gonna start doing maybe like either 3 days a week or 2 days a week. I have some new clients on to the new year. And so, and I'm doing a little bit more long form videos on YouTube. So I'll probably be doing my lives either 3 days a week or 2 days a week. So like I'll either do Tuesdays and Thursdays, or I'm going to do like Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It's going to be something like that. I just got to change my cadence because I have my clients that are in for 2026. So I just wanted to check in with everybody. I've been clean. Well, I got my cleaning people coming today, but before they come, I always sort of like, oh, let me put this away because, I don't want everybody touching my stuff. And so I have been up for an hour and a half just moving stuff around and things like that. So how is everybody doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, you guys. How are you doing? I know we normally work out in the morning, but I wanted to come on and check out everybody. I had to put my equipment away this morning because I have my cleaning folks that are here and say, yeah, oh my gosh, you took a Tai Chi. Oh my gosh. We have Sister Quiet One has had a Tai Chi class. I love that so much. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot more. That's why I said, that's why I said, like, I'm going to change and adjust my schedule because I just want to do some more. I just want to do some more things. I might start doing my Yasmin breakdown live in the evening, though. I might do that once a day, once a week or something like that. So I'm just switching up. I'm just switching up some things for 2026, basically. That's what I'm doing. But how was that Tai Chi class? I bet you it was awesome. So everybody, I got my weight vest on because I've been going up and down the steps at home, moving things. Hey, Happiness Y6H, how are you doing? Yes, I am back on the camera, so to speak. I haven't been doing anything yet. I have been organizing my home. I have my cleaning people, they come today. And normally I have them in the afternoon. But you guys, I have to tell you, my daughter had been visiting and she brought her little cute little dog with me, right? And a part of, guys, I'm always talking to you all about checking in with yourself. I'm always talking about your mental health. Well, one of the things that I do for my mental health is I try to keep my place as organized as possible, as clean as possible. And I just have a thing where, when adults are coming and visiting, and I'm talking about adult children, they've got to be willing to, clean up after themselves and really do a good job on a consistent basis. You know what I'm saying? And so, I was so pressed for them to come and help me get my house back together that I have them coming in now at like they're supposed to be here like any minute. So this is why I'm sitting down because I don't have my equipment. I don't have my stair stepper out. I don't have my a treadmill out. And so I wasn't even going to come on today. But I was like, well, no, let me let everybody know I'm just getting this transition in, you guys. Life is lifing, and I'm just trying to get my transition in. So they should be ringing the doorbell at any moment. But yeah, so that's what I've been, dealing with house guests for the holidays. And now that the holidays are over, I'm just like moving on and getting different things done from the house guests and so forth like that. So getting my normalcy back. And I know for me, as you guys know, I've talked to you guys about, being anxious and dealing with depression. And one of the things that has really helped me historically has been like keeping things in order, dotting I's and crossing T's. And sometimes when you are, when you have house guests and things like that, it can really throw you off from your schedule. So this whole, like, the week, you guys, that I took off, I was really discombobulated. I was really like, my daughter had come in November, and we kicked off, sort of Thanksgiving, and we kicked off Christmas. But you guys, by time New Year, I was just drained because I'm really, you guys probably wouldn't believe it, but I'm very much so a introverted person, meaning that I get drained like dealing with a lot, even though it's family or whatever, it drains me. So I'm someone who very much enjoys my own private time. I enjoy sort of the things that I do on my own, by myself. I really enjoy that. And a lot of people don't understand, welcome in everybody. We're just doing a New Year's check-in right now. A lot of people don't realize, like, everyone, doesn't, like, I can, for 15 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, I can entertain people. But after that entertaining is done, I want to sort of, recharge my battery, and I always try to honor who I am and my personality and so forth. And sometimes it can be very difficult. Thank you so much for the like. Thank you so much for the like. And so this morning, in talking about starting this new year off, I wanted to sort of say to you guys, like, what are you doing to make sure that you're honoring sort of that true north, right? And the true north is who you really are. Like, what are you doing to honor that person? And so I wanted to just, ask that and share what my experience is, because I'm telling you, it might seem, Happy New Year, Tai Tai. It might seem like, oh man, you always have energy, you always what have you, but hosting people in my home is something that I find extremely draining. Extremely draining. I'm very much like somebody who likes things a certain way, and not like, OCD with it, necessarily, not OCD, but just like order and peace. Because writing full time and consulting, with people who want to learn how to be better storytellers and they want to help their brands grow, it's a lot of thinking that you have to do. And so I can't think in the midst of chaos. I personally can't think in the midst of chaos. And so I just wanted to share that today. Tai Tai, how are you doing? What have you been up to? What is going on? You guys, I found my WD-40. I found my nozzle to my WD-40, you guys. So I was able to, even though I didn't know how to spray it properly. Yes, yes. Did I go up onto your channel? Let me see. Let me see. Did you? I don't see the link in the email. Could you tell me while I'm at my desk real fast? Everybody, yes, good morning. Good morning. Welcome in, you guys. How are you? I'm just saying happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year. Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys, you have been trying to go live. It's very good. Going live. Listen, guys. Going live, I think, is something really great. Building your community, getting to know people, and so forth like that. And it's really nothing to it. Just what I tell people about going live or whatever, I'm sitting in front of a light or whatever so you guys can see me. But my whole thing is just be yourself. Just be yourself. Quiet One, put the name of your channel in the chat, please. Put the name of your channel in your chat so that, because I'm right in front of my computer right now, it will help me a lot if you would. So, hey, what are some New Year? I know a lot of people get away from New Year resolutions. I don't really do New Year resolutions at all. I really do lifestyle changes, because if I want to change my life and it's December, I'm changing it in December. I'm not waiting to January. If I want to change my life in November, I'm changing my life. I'm changing my life in November. I'm not waiting until the beginning of the year to change stuff that I know that I need to change now. So, but that being said, is there any efforts that people have taken? Are there any New Year resolutions that you guys have engaged in this year that, I mean, starting out? Yes. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm looking at your email, but I didn't see it in that one. So maybe that's not in the one that I'm looking at. Yes, yes. So, are there any New Year resolutions or lifestyle changes that we are doing? I just want to make sure that I'm pushing myself more in terms of networking, and also leveling up. I want to make sure that I'm leveling up and I'm following the data points. When I'm talking to my daughter, she is a young entrepreneur. And when I'm talking to her about her business and how do you grow a business or whatever, one of the things that I talk to her about is, what is your data telling you? What do oh my goodness. Ty, that's so great. Yeah, they squeak, girl. But when mine starts squeaking, you was just like, I'm out of here. I don't want to. Girl, them things squeak. They squeak, but I got my WD-40. But yes, they do. They squeak, and even the treadmills are noisy as well. You gotta put the oil. You gotta put the oil down. I'm sitting here stretching a little bit in my chair. Um, but what are the data points telling you about your business, or what about what you want to do? What are the data points, right? And so that's something that's really interesting when you're trying to grow a business or whatever. And so my data points are telling me that I need to be doing more long form videos. And so I will be doing my live workouts probably like either 2 days a week, like a Tuesday and Thursday, or if I end up doing it 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And so I'll just do it at the same time, but I'm going to cut the days because I have to fit in my long form videos, and I'm going to be doing those at least 2 to 3 a week. So I'm going to, switch with those. Because my data points are telling me that that's something that I need to do to continue to grow my audience. And so a lot of times when people have things going on in business or whatever, people are just like this, and they have their tunnel vision. But a lot of times you have to also receive and have a clear enough head to receive what is the data telling me about what I need to do. You know what I mean? And you can, want to do something a certain way, but your data is there. Data points are there essentially to guide you, as to what you're doing. So check out your data points, in 2026. Check out your data points. While I was off last week, I didn't do as many videos. I did 2 videos yesterday. I did one about Shedeur Sanders. I think he should leave Cleveland. You guys know I'm a sports fanatic. I love sports. Yeah, have a good one, Ty. We have that, and I did one about Doechii, the rap artist Doechii, who people have been very this Aiden Ross character has been very, disrespectful. He doesn't like her, and has been really, really, really derogatory towards her. And I did a video about how, really talking about Black women and specifically but how it just seems like people are so comfortable coming online and being so disrespectful to people. Like, it's one thing to say, I don't like someone's music, right? It's something else to be calling them every other, name but a child of God, right? Like, you calling them the B word, you calling them the C word, you calling them every kind of name. And it's just, on my channel, when I do my breakdowns, the Yasmin Sharad, the Yasmin breakdowns, I talk about, the importance, the critical thinking portion that I think is missing in our society today. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is, like, you would not be talking to somebody like that in real life. And so why are we allowing people online this false sense of security that that's okay? And when I say, people have had whole, live streams, you guys, where they're tearing down women, and it's just because they don't like them. They may not have a personal relationship with these women, but they're going and they're tearing people down. And like, I can tell y'all, hey, Aiden Ross has been attacking Doechii with some of the things he's been saying, but I don't have to tear Aiden Ross down. I don't have to call him out of his name. I don't have to be anti-Semitic. I don't have to, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you can explain what the story is without going in and disrespecting people. And I think that the internet, to a certain extent, and social media has eroded common decency in a way, right? That, and it's just like, no, on my platform, I'm going to remind people they need to have some common decency, and maybe I'll be yelling in the wind. I mean, who knows? But I'm going to say it anyway, because it truly needs to be said. Because you can, another example is, I don't know if you guys know, but the little streamer Kai Cenat, who I like so much, him and his girlfriend broke up. And you had so many people tearing this girl down. Oh, she's this, I mean, tearing her down like they know her personally, y'all. Like, if I have a personal relationship with you and I know you one on one, that's different, right? Like, because I now have this relationship with you. But if I don't have that relationship, how am I talking about you so badly? You feel where I'm coming from? It's really strange to me. And people don't, and I think that, again, because it's become this streamer world, because it's become this online, everybody's online, we are not calling out how strange that is. We're not calling out how ridiculous it is that somebody is literally calling, being so personal, being so derogatory, attacking people in such a way. We're not even calling it out, and we absolutely should be calling it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I know on my pages and stuff like that, hey, we can disagree all day long. But soon as people start crossing the line, I'm like, block, 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 block. Because it becomes a situation where we've gone too far. It's become a situation where honest to God, we've gone too far. The Quiet One says Tommy Sotomayor was a big part of men speaking badly about black women. It's giving license to men of other groups to do the same. I don't even know who this person is. Quiet One, you up here educating me today. I don't even know who that is. TikTok, do y'all know who that is? Anybody on my TT side? Welcome in, welcome in. Anybody know who that is? The Sotomayor? I'm going to look this person up. I know, a lot of people was saying, Kevin Samuels, and I didn't follow, it's Kevin, isn't it? Kevin Samuels. Why does that feel wrong? Am I saying his name wrong? More darkness. What do you mean? We who? We have our own mouths. We who? Hey, the girly engineer globe. Hey, thank you for the follow. Good morning. we're talking about respect this morning and why it's gone out the window on social media. Yes, I don't know, more darkness. When you say we, I don't know who you're talking about. We, when you say we have our own mouths, I don't know if you're talking about women. I don't know if you're talking about men. Thank you for becoming a number 3. Hey, the girly engineer, glow up. Thank you so much. Um, um, yes, there was a woman. Quiet One says, there was a woman who stood up and gave some grace and understanding to Clarissa Shields instead of making fun of her. Absolutely. Thank you for Girly Engineer. Thank you for the heart me. Hi everyone. Hey, Girly Engineer. Absolutely. And I'm gonna do a video about what 50 Cent has said about Clarissa. I don't agree. You know, when Clarissa and Layla Ali had their differences or whatever, I didn't agree, in my opinion, with how that went down. But I don't support people just tearing her down, calling her names. It's like, y'all can disagree. We can disagree with each other, but why are we with the personal attacks? I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? And I just think there is a decorum that is missing in society, and we need to bring it back. We need to bring it back. Like, there is no reason. Thank you so much, Girly Engineer. Thank you so much. The Girly Engineer glow up, girl. I gotta see what you're about, because I bet you the Girly Engineer, I bet you this young lady is smart as a whip. My son is a math major, and I done met all these STEM people. Child, them STEM people. Girl, did you go to Afrotech? I went to Afrotech. I love smart people, man. Smart people be the bomb. People be sleeping on smart people. But smart people, they be what's up, because they know what's going on in life. Y'all be sleeping because they're like, oh, they might be quirky. Y'all need to get rid of that. Y'all get that judgment on that quirkiness, because they know what it is. But yeah, more. Because you're saying we, I don't know who we is, so I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know if you're talking about women. I don't know if you're talking about men. You know, a lot of men will feel that, you know, hey, they can disrespect women. And I'm telling you, I did a video, you guys know, about Venus Williams getting married, and it was a congratulatory post, just saying, hey, you know, congratulations, Venus, you know, many years of happiness, that type of thing. Man, let me tell you, so many men came out in the comments, men more than women, who were very like, you know, oh, she's lowering herself. Oh, you know, I mean, they had so many negative things to say, and not all the things were disrespectful, right? That's what we're really talking about today. But they were still somewhat personal attack. You know what I'm saying? And my whole thing is, you can dislike somebody and you don't have to personal attack them. You know what I mean? That's sort of, you know what I mean? So that's something that seems to be lost online right now. You know what I mean? And like I said, I don't know Tommy Sotomayor. I don't know him, and I don't know the Samuels guy. I know he passed away, but I know they were always saying that he was saying a lot of things regarding Black women. And it's just that, you know, it's not always what you say, it's how you say it. You know what I'm saying? And people want to act like, you know, that's talking to people with kid gloves, but it's like, someone can hear you a certain way if you deliver your message a certain way, period. And like, you know, people can debate that point if they want, but it's the truth. If someone comes at you one way and it's a non-confrontational way, like, you're going to receive that differently than if they came to you confrontationally, right? And we can debate that, and we can act like, you know, well, no, that's not how it is. That is how it is. And so we have in our society today, we just have, thank you so much, Girly Engineer. Yes, we just chatting today. I'm normally working out, but I'm waiting on my cleaning people, and they late. So I'm about to have to get off of here and text them like, what are y'all doing? That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't like them coming in the morning. Yes, when they have yes, Quiet One says, when they have no legitimate argument, they resort to ad hominem attacks. Yes. Yes. Poopy Pies. Hey, Poopy Pies, Happy New Year. There's a reason Iyanla got results over Jerry Springer. Absolutely. Wow. Tommy was kicked off of social media because his vitriol towards black women was so extreme. I have got to look up this person. I don't even know who that person was. I'm sure that had I saw that level of negativity, I would have blocked that person anyway. So, but I don't even know who that person is. And I mean, and people don't they did it with Kai Cenat's girlfriend. They've been overly negative towards Megan Thee Stallion, like stuff that's so over the top. Like, you know what I mean? Clarissa Shields is another one. It's one thing, like I get it. We don't like everybody. I got that part. But it's one thing to not like something, but it's this over the top targeting, disrespecting, calling people out their name. Like it's like next level or whatever. And I'm just, I ain't going for it. So that's how I feel. I'll be saying my videos saying the opposite thing because I don't think it's I just don't I don't know. It seems like there are a lot of guys out here um um that target women, and it's almost like the existence of women. If you go to any of my pages, if you go on I have a tendency to block those kind of messages on TikTok, but if you go on my Instagram page and you read some of the messages, the comments on like the Venus Williams um wedding video, you'll be like, wait, I thought we was just talking about the wedding. And what I'm saying is that it's almost like people don't feel like black women deserve love. They don't deserve success. They don't deserve money. They don't deserve, it's like, oh no, y'all don't deserve anything. And I feel the energy and the message around that is horrible. It's literally horrible. Yeah. Now, Kenzie Page. Hey, good morning, Kenzie Page. Life Ways. Okay. Poopy Pie says a lot of angry and triggered men on the internet acting tough because they have no control. I mean, that's one opinion. I think that it's having no control, but I think that there's a visibility problem. I think that there are people out here who, when they see these women who are happy, minding their life, minding their business, like doing whatever they have to do, they're not centering themselves on these men. They're not even, you know what I mean? They're not thinking about them, and not negatively or positively. It's not, they're not crossing their mind at all. All of a sudden, you have this invisibility. So now I'm irrelevant. Now you don't care about me at all. And I think for some people, I think that's a part of the problem. That invisibility, Poopy Pies, hey, positive vibes, that invisibility problem where people don't want to feel irrelevant. They don't want to feel that nobody cares about them. I think that's part of it, because I'm telling you, the anger, the vitriol. Okay, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Poopy Pies is about to drop some knowledge. She always does whenever she's in here. I get why they're angry. They work hard for no money, no upward mobility, lonely, and unable to have an emotionally a stable relationship. But they have to turn around and take all that anger on anyone they deem less. I agree. I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that. Hey, what's up, Abdul? I agree with that wholeheartedly. I'm doing pretty good, Abdul. We're talking about respect, and where has respect gone on the internet this morning? I just heard my doorbell, so my cleaning folks are here. So I'm gonna have to go, but I just do want to address this one Poopy Pie's last point. It's true that, everything that she's saying about, the frustration I think that people might feel. They're working hard, they're not being compensated, there's not upward mobility. I think all those things are true. Lonely, they have their own emotional pains. I think this is happening to both men and women, but we're talking about, how black women in particularly have really been targeted. And I think that instead of trying to have that conversation and be emotionally vulnerable with somebody, you know, we're taking our anger and we're pitting our anger on people. And that's what I mean. Like, I'm telling you, I have never seen so much anger you know, from people than the anger that people show in their comments. The anger that people show in their comments is literally out of control from my perspective. And this anger is coming from somewhere. You feel what I'm saying? It's coming from somewhere. And so I just I want to continue to have the dialogue, but I think that the dialogue, you know, the men who are hurting, and whether they want to admit it or not, like, it's not normal. I don't think it's normal to walk around with that much anger. I don't think it's that much. It's normal to walk around like a time bomb. Anybody nudge you, you're gonna explode. Anybody say something to you, you're gonna explode. I don't believe that that is normal for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really believe that. Yes, good morning, good morning. Respect is earned, not given, Joey says. Yeah, but you have people, Joey, I'll do a video, and some of the comments that people make, I mean, like, they can be very, very toxic and nasty. I'm just doing a video explaining something. Maybe we have a difference of opinion. In cases like that, what? I haven't earned the respect for somebody to not attack me in the comments because you disagree with me. See, that's my sort of challenge with that perspective, right? That, like, what have I done? You don't know me, right? But because I have a difference of opinion, then I deserve you to attack me in the comments. And what I'm trying to say is, I don't think that's normal. I don't think it's normal. If I'm going to see someone's video and say I don't like it or I don't agree with it, either, knowing me, I probably don't have time to be leaving a comment, so I might not leave a comment at all. But if I do, I might point out, hey, I feel this or I feel that. But am I coming at them and am I calling them out their name? Am I calling them stupid? Am I doing that? I guarantee you I'm not. I guarantee you. You know what I'm saying? So Quiet One says, yes, it's by Abdul, it's quite troubling. And that, you know, it's quite troubling, but it is because, again, you have people and they don't have any respect. You know what I'm saying? And generally, you know, they don't have any respect for themselves, so therefore they don't have any respect for you. Like, that's the real, you know, that's the real tea, right? But I just find it ridiculous. And I did this video saying that, hey, basically Doechii is somebody who, like, hey, you may not, you know, agree with everything, but, like, hey, she shouldn't be called out her name just because she got a difference of opinion. This dude wrote in all capital letters that she was sort of pro same-sex relationships or whatever, and so she didn't deserve to be respected. Yes, someone actually said that on the internet. So I don't know. So you guys, I will be back tomorrow and we'll have a actually, yeah, right, Joey. Exactly. Joey said that. I don't agree. This is what I'm saying. And again, I'm not asking anyone to agree with what everybody is saying. You know what I mean? Like, come on, we got too many opinions. I'm not saying you got to agree with me all the time or vice versa. Not saying that. Not saying that. But I'm saying we can't respectfully disagree. We have to attack people. I don't support that idea. I don't support that. And I just feel like it's getting to the point, you know, with Doechii, with the things that Aiden Ross has said about her. I mean, he's called her a POS. Just like, it's just been next level. And again, he's only one person. But it's just that I don't care for some of the things that he said. You're not going to hear me call him a bunch of names. And he might be somebody that a lot of people be like, yo, he the one you should be calling. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. So I'm just saying, like, people are real tough on these internet streets because they hiding behind a keyboard. Because ain't no way they will be going that hard. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? There's no way that they would be saying those types of things, you know? And so I'm just saying, like, with you guys, you know, you as you navigate the new year, you know, make sure that, you know, you teach people how to treat you. You teach people how to treat you. And that's whether, you know, Quiet One, I know you've been going live with your community. You know, you teach people how to treat you, right? So whether you're in a relationship, whether you got a business thing going on, family, friends, you teach people how to treat you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people be like, "Oh, you know, so and so does this to me, so and so does that to me." You know, you have to look at how that relationship developed, you know, and that's why I'm always talking you guys about boundaries and you know, what boundaries do we need to have in place so that we can get the right treatment, because people know, like my family and friends know, oh, if oh oh my gosh, Buddha Smoke must have watched my, hey, Buddha Smoke, thank you for that. You guys, over in TT, we were talking about respect, but Buddha Smoke, it says the problem with the Browns quarterback Sanders is over because Kevin Stefanski has been fired. You know what, Buddha Smoke? One, thank you for that comment first thing this morning. This morning, you guys, I had did a video about I mean, I didn't even do the Kevin Stefanski one. I'm going to do one on that. But I still think Shador should leave. You know why, Buddha Smoke? And you guys, let me just interject this one thing because y'all know I love sports. Buddha Smoke, Andrew, whatever his name is, the general manager, I can't remember his last name right this second, but Barry, I think is his name, Andrew Barry. Does that sound right? He literally would not commit to Shador Sanders being the starter for next year. He's not committing to Cleveland really building around him. And I guess since you mentioned that, I don't know if you actually saw my video or you know, just looked at the highlight, I don't know, whatever. But one of the things that I pointed out in that video is that, hey, Princess Zion, is that emotional abuse and psychological abuse is when people, you know, are constantly making you second guess yourself, constantly making you, you know, question, are they supporting you one day? Are they not supporting you the next day? And the thing that Cleveland did to Shador Sanders the whole season, right? And I don't believe it was Stefanski alone. Personally, I could be wrong. But they planted seeds of doubt. Now, because of how he's built and his father's background and his mom and this and that, it didn't tear him down like it could have tore someone else down. But the point, though, Buddha Smoke, and you know, is that they played too many mind games, Buddha Smoke, with him. Thank you so much for my heartbeat, Princess Zion. They played too many mind games with him. And had he not had the background that he had, he would have succumbed. Now, to him, I think, hey, he ends the season good. He ends it, they ended on a high note. Imagine how many games they would have won had he started the season. Come on, Buddha Smoke. Come on now, right? But the mind games, Jimmy Haslam, you guys, I'm doing a video about this, so y'all know Buddha Smoke, he's coming on through the screen with me, right? Let me tell y'all, the owner of Cleveland is like, he's being interviewed yesterday. He's like, oh, you know, we owe our fans so much more. We owe, you know, only having so many wins over like this and that. It's like it took them this whole season to realize the excitement that people had around Shador, how he was like, you know, he was making the plays or taking the risk. It took Jimmy Haslam, who owns the Cleveland Browns, the whole season. Yes, it's the city of poets, and I'm a writer. It took them the whole season to recognize, wait, this is what our fans could really want. Like Andrew, it's like y'all ever heard of the term delayed reaction? Boy, that stuff they said yesterday, delayed reaction, y'all. Delayed reaction. Yes. Yes. So thank you, Buddha Smoke. I don't know. I don't trust Jimmy Haslam or Andrew Barry, quite honestly, Buddha Smoke. I don't trust them. No, no. I don't, Dean. I don't trust them. Um, who's the grandfather in the door, Buddha Smoke? Who's the grandfather in the door? I don't know. I just don't trust Jimmy Haslam and Andrew Barry, because my position is that um if if they were better managers, if they were better football people, in my opinion, and again, I'm just a fan, okay? I'm just a fan, okay? Um, they say that that's a rumor, Buddha Smoke. They say that that's a rumor. I just don't believe that if they were truly football people, and I understand Haslam owns the team, I just don't think they would have went out that way. And I don't think that they would have allowed Cleveland to continue to be how they are, if that makes sense. Yes. Yes. So guys, I'm going to wrap up because I don't know if you guys can hear the people in the background. But I will be on, I'm going to be changing my workouts to like either 3 days a week or 2 days a week, to let you know, just because I got to switch to my long form content. But I wanted to come in, oh man. Oh my gosh. Buddha Smoke gonna make me come on here and do a sports episode of the Sports Live. Y'all know I grew up watching sports with my dad and my brothers, so we're real close and we always be talking about smoke. Kevin is the only coach in the NFL that has total control over team called Flames. Really? The only one? Well, you know what, you guys? Buddha Smoke, you keep on poking me, so I'm going to poke you back. But you know what? I don't see where my script is, my Kevin script, because when I tell you I'm doing a video, I wrote the script last night. So let me tell you this, Buddha Smoke. Kevin Stefanski got the AP thing of the year, right? Okay, so this is from my script. Now, Bill Belichick, he has, so I just got to share this with y'all real quick. Y'all heard it in my video, but Bill Belichick only got the AP Coach of the Year 3 times. He got 6 Super Bowl wins, right? How Kevin Stefanski get it twice? See, this stuff be rigged. It be rigged. It be rigged, y'all. How he get it twice? He ain't on the level of Bill Belichick, is he? Okay, Short Stack 1980 says, I'm in Cleveland, been my whole life out of football. Your football team has always had issues. Tell me something, Short Stack, if you know. How long has Haslam owned Cleveland? I have not looked up that fact. Yes, Short Stack, I'm agreeing. Short Stack says you're going right to the top of the organization. I'm telling you, I don't trust Haslam because he doesn't seem to mind losing. And his interviews yesterday, his and Andrew Barry's, it was all about what we owe the fans and what they deserve to have more wins and they deserve to have this excitement. And I'm sitting there looking at them, and y'all, I ain't even in Cleveland and won't go. What they didn't realize that their fans wanted to win this whole time. You feel what I'm trying to say? That is like somebody who's coming from out of the country who comes and watch football for the first time. That's something they would say, right? They have no history of football. Okay? But you're sitting up there, Jimmy Haslam literally, y'all look it up. It's going to be in my video because I done clipped it. But Jimmy Haslam literally said that their fans deserve to win and they deserve better and we need to be more consistent with the fans. And I'm like, what? That's what you say, like, when you don't know anything about football that you've owned for years. You feel where I'm coming from, guys? Like, that's crazy. Yes, okay, you're from Taraj. Well, Aiden, let me just share real fast. when my mom was pregnant with me, she was studying the poets from the city of Shiraz, and so that's how I got my name. So so that's a little thing. So I've never been to the city of Shiraz, but I have looked it up. So because I'm actually American, but I have never, that's no excuse for me not to have traveled to the city I'm named after, but I have not been there. All right, so Cleveland, so Short Stack 1980 says Cleveland has the best fans ever. We deserve more than what they give us every year. 100% Short Stack. But here's my thing. Why haven't they given it to y'all? What? You feel where I'm coming from? What? I don't get this. They sound like they're in football operations 101. I'm serious. And again, you guys, I love sports, but I'm a fan. So I'm not like, oh, I know every stat or whatever. I'm not that person. But I know enough to know they sound like they don't know what they doing. Cleveland Browns fans are diehard. They're always there for that team. Y'all need to have a pep talk with Haslam, but they seem like they listening now. Captain Cab 1970 says, when you used to being a loser. Captain Cab, Captain Cab, really? Captain Cab says, when you're used to being a loser, that's what you say, right? Point of you, Buddha Smoke says, the point of we already owe 245 million to Watson, so cutting Kevin early would have cost him more. Is that what you're saying? They do owe a lot of money to Deshaun Watson. I do realize that and everything. Yes, Captain Kev. But I don't know. I don't know. Again, guys, I love sports and I just love, talent when I see talent and things like that. But I have been disappointed in Cleveland. Like and I mean, again, I'm not from Cleveland, or whatever. I grew up being actually a Phillies fan, so that's why I did a post on Jalen Hurts. But the things that I see them doing, it's not for the fans. And so to hear Haslam and hear Andrew Barry, talk about like, oh, the fans deserve so much more. Sir, they've been deserving so much more to, this short stack point for years. So why is it now you have this, Shador's jersey is selling this popularity. Nobody's saying he's Tom Brady today, right? Like nobody is saying that, but you can't even give the guy a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like that to me, you can't convince me, guys. And if you guys are probably more sports proficient than I am, why was that okay? Why was that okay by Haslam? Why was that okay by Andrew Barry? Right? Now, Buddha Smoke said that Kevin Stefanski had all personnel decisions and this and this and that. You mean to tell me, I get you, Buddha Smoke, but I'm just saying, in the final analysis, you mean to tell me the owner of the company couldn't have said earlier, let's give this kid a chance? Because these wins that they had, these last couple of wins or whatever that they had, you mean to tell me y'all don't really think that if Shador was in a little bit earlier, they would have won maybe a couple more games? I don't believe that. Hey, Beast Journal. So I don't trust Haslam, and I'm not even buying my Shador jersey yet because I'm really I'm going to I don't believe them. I'm rooting for him to leave. You guys, hey Beast Journey, thank you for my heart me. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? I haven't bought my 12 jersey because I'm hoping that Shador leaves because Andrew Barry, and you guys say it, Andrew Barry did not commit to Shador being their starter. And when you for next season, and when you think of, and I know he wasn't, like he was 5th round. I mean, but Brady was 6th, right? You know what I'm saying? And we all know, like he's the GOAT, right? Like, come on. But having support around you, and Brady said this himself recently, he said, you can have a number 1 pick, but let's rank the people who are training the quarterback. So say you have the number 1 quarterback pick, but you got the number 32 quarterback developer or offensive coordinator? How is that going to affect, how is that going to impact the development of that quarterback? Brady said that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, you guys. Thank you so much, Bee's Journey. I appreciate it. Yes, Bee's Journey reached to level 7 today. Thank you so much. Let me just put a congratulations on my screen. Thank you so much, you guys. Yes. Oh my gosh, Quiet One, you're a Cleveland native. I didn't know that. Yeah, so guys, I'm going to be back on my exercise grind. I'm going to go walking and leave. Like I said, I had to pull all of my equipment, so I couldn't do my regular workout today. But thank you. Thank you guys so much for indulging the sports conversation this morning. I don't really ever talk about sports, and I love to talk about sports. I love having my background was sociology and criminology, but I studied the sociology of sport. And the sociology of sport, you guys, is the power dynamics of sports. The coaches, the players, the money dynamic. Stephon Diggs recently, the chef is accusing him of whatever, throwing on the bed, choking or whatever. He has his allegations. And New England did not hesitate to say, hey, we support our player. We're going to let this play out or whatever. And Shannon Sharp from Club Shay Shay says, hey, a organization's tolerance is equivalent to the talent of the player. Somebody else with less talent than Stephon Diggs may have been dismissed, may have been cut for the same types of accusations and things like that. And so I am fascinated. Sports fascinates me beyond the score, but by how people move, how it impacts people. I did a video a couple of days ago about Tom Brady and Michael Strahan on how they leverage their NFL popularity, their NFL acumen, obviously all of the success, and they're now making a ton of money afterwards by the things that they've sort of learned in playing football. And I just find that, absolutely fascinating to watch. Obviously, I enjoyed seeing Michael Strahan play back in the day. I did see him play a couple of times. Obviously, I've watched Tom Brady many, many, many times. But to be able to be flexible, 78% of NFL players, I believe it's 78%. I already threw my script away after I do it. Deal with financial issues 2 years after retirement. 78%. So to get someone who's able to go, okay, well, wait a minute, let me, see what I can do to flip it and make that money and extend it. That's what everybody should be doing. When they leave one career, how can I use this as a stepping stone to stack my money for my next career? And I really, poor Captain Cab. Captain Cab says, poor money management. Absolutely. Lack of financial literacy, meaning that they don't know what to do. Meaning that they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do with their money, right? So you have that. You have people who want to save the whole neighborhood. They want to save their whole family. They want to pay for houses for 10 relatives. You can only really afford one. What do? And so I find it fascinating. It is a fantastic A-Marks. Hey, A-Marks, long-term medical bills. Absolutely. Yeah, so Short Stack says yes, they should, because their bodies are on the line all the time out there, and has to be a backup plan in place, and save yourself. And again, why do I say boundaries? Because we need to learn how to say no. No is a full sentence. Sometimes you tell someone no, you don't owe them no explanation. It's just like, hey, can you buy me a car? No. That's the end. Not no because, not no because, not no I feel, not no, no. It's just no. Right? And, Allen Iverson was on tour recently, doing a book tour. And one of the things that he said was, If you want to find out how much somebody cares about you or if they're your real friend, tell them no. That's what Bubba Chuck said. He said, tell them no. Now, Captain Kev wants to add some spice to it, but what Allen Iverson is saying is absolutely correct, right? A lot of people are here to use you. They're here for the come up. They're here to get something from you. Are they pouring into you any kind of way? No, right? And so, how do you know that? Do they really care? Tell them no. You know what I mean? And I think athletes, and like many people across the world, but I think because they have more money, typically because those contracts, a lot of those contracts are public, they feel a sense of obligation. And again, if they're not doing their boundary work, they don't have a therapist that's teaching them how to do that boundary work, they are going to be more susceptible to saying yes, 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 yes. And what's going to happen? They're going to decimate their wealth. So, all right, y'all, I'm going to go. I know I talked too long because the people are here and they're being noisy, but I still don't have my equipment out because they're cleaning. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I believe tomorrow is Wednesday. I don't know, but I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? Thank you so much for signing on. All right, peace.